My name is John. I'm 35 years old and work as a lawyer. I've been married for 10 years, but in the past few years, my wife, Emily, has been causing me trouble with her behavior. When we first got married, I thought she was a sweet, considerate, and smart girl. Recently, she started calling me you. It's not how a wife should address her husband.
I'm so mad at that manager. I think I'll quit my part-time job.
Everyone has their own struggles, but they endure and work hard.
You, a carefree lawyer, wouldn't understand people's feelings.
People's feelings aren't simple.
You're so annoying, always nagging.
There was no room for me to defend Emily's selfish attitude, and Emily's spending habits were extravagant. She used all her part-time income for herself.
Look at this dress. Isn't it cute? I got it on sale.
Did you buy another dress? You should get something for Samuel too. Besides, you bought a similar one last time.
You're so annoying. The last one was purple. Can't you tell the difference? You're earning too, so you should buy Samuel's clothes.
It would be one thing if this situation was only at home, but even Emily's friend, Mary, started consulting me about her.
Emily's been acting a bit strange lately. Her driving scared me the other day.
What happened? Did something weird happen when you went for a drive together?
Yeah, she suddenly got angry at something and started tailgating the car in front and dancing. I was terrified that we might get into an accident while riding.
Sorry to hear that. I'll talk to her about it.
And she got mad at a restaurant waiter and threw water at him.
Water at the waiter? Was everything okay after that?
She even called the manager and lectured him. I was so embarrassed I couldn't eat.
Every time I heard these stories, I felt ashamed. But when I brought them up, Emily would get furious. It always turned into a fight. We couldn't have a normal conversation. If I tried to correct her, she'd get angry. Our daily life was chaotic. When you're driving, you need to pay attention to your surroundings. It's dangerous.
Shut up. It's not my fault. It's the car in front. Complain to them.
You need to wash the rice more gently. Don't do it haphazardly.
It's too much trouble. Just get pre-washed rice.
Emily's friends were really worried about her, but her behavior kept escalating. When they couldn't handle it, they'd contact me.
Emily's been spending a lot of money lately. Is everything okay? She spent about $300 at the arcade.
She can't afford that on her part-time salary.
She said she made some money somehow. She was shouting while looking at her phone.
Looking at her phone, maybe it's some kind of gambling. She doesn't usually bet on horses or bike races.
I didn't ask her about it, but she's always on her phone.
I had a bad feeling. There shouldn't be any easy way to make money. I thought she might be gambling, so I decided to ask her. Emily, are you gambling? If you are, you should stop. It's not profitable.
Shut up. I'm in the middle of something important. Don't talk to me.
She was fiddling with her phone, looking excited. It seemed like she was investing. She wouldn't answer any of my questions. But that day, she fought back even more.
How do you know I made money? Did you look at my phone?
I heard it from Mary. She's worried about you.
Why are you talking to Mary behind my back? She's my friend, not yours.
Don't make her worry. Mary cares about you.
You two seem pretty close, talking about me. Are you cheating on me?
I'd never do that. Don't think such weird things.
Talking to you just brings me down.
Listen to me properly.
Shut up. I'm going to bed. I have nothing to say to you.
With that, Emily went into her room. It felt like she was hiding something, but talking to her only made her angry, and I couldn't get to the truth. So, I stopped trying to talk to her. Looking back, I should have had a proper conversation with her at that time. Emily started coming home late. Sometimes, it was even past the closing time of the grocery store. Even when I came home at the same time every day, she wasn't there. I'm home. Oh, Mom's not back yet.
Welcome home, Dad. I'm hungry.
She didn't make dinner. All right, I'll cook tonight. Even when I asked her about it after she got home, she wouldn't tell me anything. And this went on for days.
I'm home. Ugh, I'm so tired. There's just too much work.
What are you doing? You've been coming home late every day recently.
One of the part-timers at the grocery store quit, so my work hours increased.
But you're a part-timer too, right? Part-timers don't have overtime.
There's no one else to cover, so I have no choice. I feel bad for the manager.
You feel bad for the manager but not for your son.
That's not it. You should come home earlier. You're just a lawyer with a cushy job.
I always come home on time, but our son hasn't even had dinner.
There's food in the fridge, right? He needs to start becoming independent.
He's only in 3rd grade. Think about him.
What about it? Do you have more complaints? You're really annoying.
Why is your hair always wet? Have you been taking a bath somewhere?
What? Wet? Where? My hair isn't wet at all.
Your hair. It's always wet when you come home. Do you think I wouldn't notice? Does the grocery store have showers? That's some great service.
It's sweat. Unlike you, I do hard labor and sweat.
Hard labor. You're a cashier. What heavy lifting are you doing?
Shut up. Any job can be hard labor. Must be nice to have a desk job where you don't sweat.
That's not the point. I have my own struggles too.
What struggles? Ugh, I'm tired. I'm going to bed.
We're not done talking. Listen to me until the end.
Shut up. I'm going to sleep. Talking to you just makes me more tired.
Our conversations always ended like this. I started to think she might be seeing another man. So, I asked Mary about it. Mary, do you think Emily might be seeing someone else? Her behavior is suspicious.
She hasn't told me anything recently, but I've heard rumors about her seeing someone.
Can you let me know if you hear anything? I can't trust her right now.
Alright, I'll try to subtly ask her when we go out for lunch.
A few days later, I got a message saying that Emily had been bragging about her boyfriend. I felt betrayed after trying so hard to keep our family together. I then talked to Mary and asked for her help. I also hired a private investigator. A few days later, when I got home from work, Emily was unusually home, and there was an unknown man with her, nodding at me. I'm home. It's rare to see you here. Did something happen?
I've been waiting to talk to you. You're seeing Mary, aren't you?
What are you talking about? She's a friend. And she's your friend too.
More than just friends, right? I won't forgive you for betraying me.
Pay $50,000 in adultery damages.
Who are you? And I haven't done anything like that.
I'm from the Godwin Law Firm. Your wife hired me.
The Godwin Law Firm is near the station, right?
Yes, that's right. It's in front of the station.
That's strange. If it's that firm, you shouldn't be affiliated with it.
Why do you know so much about that firm? You're from the Howard Law Office, aren't you? Since when did you become a spy?
And I'm a newbie, so I wouldn't have much information.
The Godwin Law Firm is a sister firm to ours. Plus, I was working at the Godwin Law Firm both yesterday and today. That's odd. Were you really there? Or were you on a business trip?
None of that matters. You're cheating with Mary, aren't you? You can't talk your way out of this.
It's not a trivial matter. Pretending to be a lawyer is a misdemeanor.
That's ridiculous. I am a lawyer.
Shut up. We need the money.
What do you mean by, we need the money?
Shut up. That's none of your business. Just confess already.
I haven't cheated, and there's no evidence to suggest I have.
I know you've been in contact with her. Isn't that enough proof of an affair?
Yes, I've talked to Mary, but it's only been through emails and phone calls. We've never met in person because of our respective positions.
That's a lie. You two are conspiring against me. It's infuriating. I won't forgive you.
Then why don't you ask her? There's no proof we've met in person.
There's no proof, but I'm sure you're seeing each other.
How can I cheat without meeting her? I'm telling you, there's no affair.
This is infuriating. Did Mary set me up?
But what about you two? You've been coming home late because you're meeting him, right?
I've been consulting him about your affair, and I've been working too.
Then why do you both smell like the same shampoo? It's clearly different from mine.
I don't know. Why do you have such a keen sense of smell? When did you become a dog?
Just then, the mail arrived. It was a notice from the private investigator. And coincidentally, I got an email from Mary with some very telling photos. I showed the photos to both of them. It was a perfect shot of them leaving a hotel.
The other day at the super hotel.
Wait a minute, what are you talking about? And why do you have these photos?
I consulted Mary because your behavior was suspicious, and she sent them to me.
What did you do? I thought she was my friend.
And I also consulted the private investigator, who identified the man as Tom, you. He's not even a lawyer and is a habitual investment scammer.
I just talked about investments.
I showed him the investigation report. His face turned pale. There are also reports of fraud against you. You've deceived many people, haven't you?
What do you mean? If we get the compensation, we can make up for the losses, right?
Ha, I never said that, and you won't get back what you lost.
What? You promised me in bed that you'd guarantee it.
So you admit it. You cheated on me with this man and betrayed me.
I didn't cheat. It was just once, and I didn't intend to continue.
You said we were going to get married.
I'm not marrying you. Sure, we did it a lot, but
I won't forgive you.
I have all the evidence, and I'm going to get compensation from both of you. You two demanded $50,000 from me, so you'll each pay $50,000.
I didn't hear about this. I didn't do anything wrong.
What are you talking about? You're the worst. What are we going to do now? Everything's out in the open.
Losing money in investments is just part of it, but I've won sometimes too.
I was deceived too. I'm a victim as well. John, you're a lawyer. Help me out.
I've put up with a lot until now. I have no intention of forgiving a cheating wife.
Don't say that. We're married, aren't we?
Stop calling me by my name only when it's convenient. You usually just call me you.
John, Mr. John, Sir John.
Shut up. Don't call me over and over. And apologize to Samuel too. You've been neglecting our son while you were out having fun.
What? You like Mary more, don't you? It's definitely an affair. Pay me compensation.
What are you talking about? You're really the worst. And I'm going to report this guy to the police.
Yikes. I'm sorry.
Samuel will be home soon. Leave before he gets here. It's terrible for his upbringing. And so, I exposed the man's true identity and revealed my wife's affair. I then officially divorced Emily. Since she said she would pay the compensation in installments, I made her sign a promissory note. Legally, she can't avoid paying. The man was arrested by the police and is now in jail. Before reporting him, I made sure to get the $50,000. I've been a lawyer for a long time, but it's unfortunate to have to use my knowledge for my own issues. I wanted a simple married life. This time, I truly regretted getting married. But I took custody of Samuel, and I believe we can now live a peaceful life. A few months have passed, and I'm still living with Samuel. Fortunately, my work hours are fixed, so I can handle household chores, and Samuel isn't inconvenienced. One thing I realized from this divorce is that Samuel was stressed by Emily's behavior. Since she left, his grades have improved. He's studying diligently and taking care of himself. Even children get stressed by their parents' actions. I hadn't noticed this before, and I feel sorry for that.
Dad, we're going to cook at school next time. Can you teach me?
It's great that you're preparing in advance. What are you going to make?
Hamburgers. When I cut onions, I cry, so I need to practice.
If you cut the onion a bit and hold it in your mouth, you won't cry.
Dad, you know everything. I really respect you.
Since Emily neglected the household, I became good at cooking. I'm not sure if I should be grateful for that, but it has been helpful. Samuel helps with dinner every night, and I hope he won't be bossed around by his future wife. But these days, men who can cook are popular, so maybe it's a good thing. Later, I ran into Emily in town. She was working in the nightlife industry to pay the compensation. She was trying to attract customers, probably because the place was slow.
John, aren't you? Why don't you come in for a drink? I'm having trouble getting customers.
You've become even flashier, and it's been a while since you called my name.
What are you talking about? We were married. We should help each other out, right?
No, even if we were married, we're strangers now. I won't help you again.
You have a lot of money, don't you? Give me some.
I don't have any money for you. I'm raising our child, so you should pay child support.
Ugh, lawyers always bring up the law.
You still have a sharp tongue. I'm leaving. Goodbye. I could only sigh at my ex-wife's unchanged behavior. But since she's paying every month, I guess it's fine. As I thought about this, I pondered marriage once more. A life where both partners trust and support each other. No matter how much you love each other, there can be personality clashes. Overcoming those and building a life together is what marriage is about, but it's tough when you can't understand each other. I failed at married life, but now I want to focus on my son's future. I hope he grows strong and pursues his dreams. 10 years have passed. Today is Samuel's college entrance ceremony. Since then, he has worked hard on his studies. Thanks to that, he got into the law department and wants to become a lawyer. I have also become independent and started my own practice. It's just me for now, but I plan to grow it.
I'm going to work hard and become a lawyer too. I want to be like you, Dad.
I have high hopes for you. You can definitely do it. Take over for me. Life has had its ups and downs, but I plan to keep giving it my all. As long as Samuel is by my side, I'll keep pushing forward with all my might.